Hi, Smegheads. Welcome back to Smug Mode. Oh, you know what? Smug Mode. This is a podcast where we talk about the British sci-fi comedy classic Red Dwarf. I'm Ben Gilman, and yes, I am going to power through that awful introduction. I'm joined by Tom Hill,
For the 19th time, hello?
Dan Rudge,
Oh my God, Ben. The balls on him. The balls.
and Dan, and, oh boy, Anthony Salmon.
Are we still alive?
Yeah, we're still alive. Yeah,
I'm powering through.
I'm powering through it. I've just decided. 19
Fucking
takes on that.
stumbling, just fucking head over heels, just tripping over the fucking net, but we get to the fucking finish line. We're
Yeah.
there. We're done.
No, did we?
Yeah, we did it. We did it. Right. So today we are assembled for Series 5, Episode 6, Back to Reality. Smug Mode is engaged.
And so is
Oh,
Idiot.
thank God. Dear God, I had to do that. Right. So this week, the Red Dwarf crew investigates an ocean ship, the Esperanto, where they find the ship's crew have all committed suicide and are attacked by a sea monster called the Despair Squid. Later, they wake up to find they are not who they thought they were and have been playing an artificial reality computer game for 4 years. So, what did you boys think of this?
Wow.
It was a good episode. So I'll let you guys talk first.
It's a great episode. I mean, it's regularly voted one of the best in the history of the show.
Oh, is it? Oh, snap.
Oh, yeah. It's right up there in terms of people's appreciation.
Damn.
And it's worthy of that praise. It's a fantastic episode.
It's a good episode, to be fair. It's a good episode. It reminds you of Alien, you know, when you're in those pods. So it reminds you of that with things around their head. The pod for like 4 years. I was like, what the? I was like, are they doing this? I was like, no, they can't be doing this. For 4 years. And I was like, nah, there's something going on here. Solution needs to. Okay, I was like, okay, all right, for sure. I thought I was getting lost in for a second there.
Can I say, of all of the things that they do where they're like, you know, semi-convinced they're in something and it turns out something else, this is one of the most immersive.
It felt real. Yeah.
And they kind of used sort of the celebrity cameo to pull off the trick for the audience.
Exactly.
Okay.
It worked.
So, this guy, this celebrity guy, he's familiar to me, but I can't put my finger on him. Who is he?
Really? You don't know Peter Pettigrew?
The legend.
Oh, no, I do. There we go. Thank you.
Although, it's a serious question, Dan. How famous was he at this point?
At this point?
Hmm.
Actually, that's a question. I don't know.
Give me a second.
While he's doing that,
I've always liked. This is 1992, so he may have already done some stuff, but I'm not even sure on that.
Yeah, 90s. Yeah, I don't know.
Let me just turn on my computer and have a quick search.
okay. So while he's doing that, I just want to say stop. Okay.
Carry on, Ben.
Go on,
No,
man.
go ahead, Tom. Tom sounds like he's found stuff.
No, go on.
Nice.
Go on,
Okay.
talk.
Searching.
So, Starbug, underwater is a cool visual. I have one question though. If they're underwater, how did they get off a Starbug? It does not. There's only one way out. That's through a loading door. So there's no way they got like a craft on board to be able to get on the ship.
Well,
Yes,
maybe the
correct.
loading door has more than one function.
Hmm.
Yeah, you never know.
Okay.
Maybe it does have like a little sort of airtight tunnel level entrance that you can use.
So, do you not think this is like a very horror movie beginning, but the dead haddock does look like a fish and does look like a fucking
look.
bat?
If I had anything which could be redone in Red Dwarf and just given modern CGI, it would be this episode.
Yeah.
Great singer. It's just really creepy at the beginning, really good camera work, really brilliant. Brilliant. For 1992. Looks beautiful.
Okay, right. So he wasn't the film star that he became, but he had already started doing I'll Feed His Own Pet, so he would have been at least known to a British audience fairly well.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm saying, because when he came in, I was like, oh my days, is that who I think it is? I was like, yo. When he came in there, just commanding the scene. Yeah, you felt his presence in that short period of time. I was like, yeah.
Brilliant character.
Yeah, very good actor.
But let's just go back a bit first.
Yeah.
Hold on. We'll go for it in order. I do find it quite funny with the up and down because obviously the spare squid, ink and everything. Do you not think though? I mean, Crichton does say mood stabilizer. Does that not like something you would give a woman?
No, you sexist.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Yeah, Ben, have you
No.
gone there, Ben? Did you go there? Oh my god, you went there.
I heard
What the actual Ben? Are you just the example of the guy that women say, guys, talk to your male friends about this? Are you that man?
That might be the most dangerous joke I've ever launched on any of these podcasts.
Oh, the emails are gonna come in, Ben. The emails.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't think
I am so
anyone that
glad
I
that I got that back.
It's just as well we're talking about a part where we're underwater because we fucking sunk this one.
No, it's a really old. I believe in women's rights. I'm just being an old prune. I just thought it was a good punchline, but no. Before I get in any more trouble, I have a question. There is one bit though that I wanted to point out. When they're tracking the squid, when they're back with Rimmer, why don't they just leave and get out of there already immediately? Why do they wait until it's fast approaching on them?
Because the idea is they turned off the engines so that it might not think they were a ship.
Yeah, turn the lights off and all that. Yeah, turn the.
Basically, so they were trying to kind of go deeply quiet, so that it might just leave them alone.
Yeah.
Ah.
Which is why it stops well above them, and as they say, it thinks they're either threat, food, or a mate.
It's a rather well-known defensive tactic called "Look, motherfucker, I'm a rock."
Yeah, basically, yeah. That don't exist. I'm just here like just planking. Basically, that's what I'm doing. Staying stiff. Great tactic. Then you're dead.
So then they wake up. I do love this freak out. It's a great. They're trying to really make you believe that this is the end of Red Dwarf. I do like how it looks like the game bears many similarities to Red Dwarf, Better Than Life. Don't you get like a virtual world? Don't you get like a feeling that it's like a sister or a brother, a sibling?
I don't know. I never really thought about it that way.
Yeah, me either. Yeah.
I'd also never considered the possibility that they were setting this episode up in case they didn't come back.
Because yeah, it was a great setup. I was like, are they going to do a Lost type story? Like, I think like a futuristic.
They do have a history in Red Dwarf of always never know if they're coming back. Attempted to blow up Red Dwarf with Starbuggle, the crew at the end of the season, just to cover themselves.
Yeah, that was the end. That was the end of the next season. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why I originally thought they were doing it when I first saw this when I was a child. But obviously, it came back for season 6. But maybe back in the day. Oh, but Rimmer does look like Doc Brown when he comes up. It's Doc Brown from Back to the Future. And our first look at Dwayne Dibley from The Cat.
Dwayne Dibley.
Dwayne Dibley.
Dwayne Dibley. These teeth like a druid. Or instead of a druid's going to use them for ritual or something.
I can open beer bottles with my overbite.
What did you say about his teeth again? He said something about druids.
A place a no
They can use it.
A no style gimbo with teeth the druids could use as a place of worship.
That was amazing.
And the thing is, the cat's doing it to himself. No one's saying it to him. It's just himself.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Dwayne Dibley.
I do find the engineer, the person that we see is the engineer, he brings up the Kachansky name, and some of the ideas that he comes up with are a very interesting alternative Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah, he
different.
brought up what people were saying about it throughout the show. That's what he brought up. It was smart. It was smart.
Yeah. It was
Especially-
basically fan service.
Yeah, fan service. Yeah.
Before there was fan service.
Because it's like Kachansky's name is said for the first time in quite a while in this show. It's been a couple of seasons now, maybe 3 seasons since we've heard the word Kachansky.
No, I don't know. I'm sure it was mentioned. I'm sure it got mentioned at least once a season.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, more than once.
Okay.
Because he mentions it during Oh no, he doesn't. I was thinking that he might mention her name during quarantine.
I know I've heard it more than once. I know I have.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
But it's one of those weird things.
Yeah.
But it's quite a nice idea, the fact that Red Dwarf is a video game. I quite like that. But
Yeah, that was great. That was a great little swerve there. I liked it. I was like, oh, that's different. I was like, okay. The whole thing was a video game.
I do like the when they bring in a new group.
Yeah.
Crichton looks like Ace Rimmer. The guy that's meant to be Crichton does look like Ace Rimmer. Have you noticed that?
He did, yeah.
It's literally Ace Rimmer's wig. I reckon that's the wig. It has to be. But then again, it's 1992. Hairstyles look like that. Jake Bullet is a great name. Crichton is a detective. Jake Bullet is a porn star name. I'm telling you right there. What a porn star name that is.
Jake Bullet.
And Bill Doyle?
Bill Doyle.
Rimmer.
But it's a bit. Did you not find it predictable that when Rimmer was slagging it off, it was obviously going to be?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, you knew it was going to happen. It was obvious.
You knew that was coming, but that's part of the fun of being a member of the audience. You hear him slagging the shit out of a name, and then you know he's going to try and do a complete 180 on it.
I know.
The moment that he starts
strong,
slagging off like Cat, even for being Dwayne Dibley, you just know. You just know that he's going to end up with that overcoat that smells like a moose has urinated in both the pockets.
Oh my god. Oh gosh.
Lister and Rimmer are brothers, which is some nightmare fuel right there. The half brothers.
Oh yeah, the half brothers, yeah.
Other Lister gets the girl. He gets Kachansky because Lister checks the other game.
Yeah.
And obviously that lineup of Kachansky, all 5 of them together will only be for 1 season. Series 8, our version.
Series
but
7.
it looks a bit stiff.
She joins in season 7.
Yeah, but they're not together with Rimmer until season 8, when all 5 of them are together in the same.
When you say it looks a bit stiff in that, in the game thing, I think that's intentional. I think it's supposed to add that level of
this.
I just find it funny how the other crew members are just standing there, just watching them kiss. It's hilarious. The other cat, the white cat, looks terrible. He doesn't look like got any fashion sense at all.
I just love the phrase, are you telling me you were playing the crap version of Rimmer for 4 years?
Oh, that was amazing. And that was awesome.
Just the idea that there was this cheat that they could have found right at the start.
They got so many cheat codes as well, and no one found any of them.
I just love that idea.
No, they were playing it on basic, like on easy level the whole time.
Oh.
They only complete 4% of the game.
Exactly, yeah.
4 years in the game, 4% completed. The planet of the Nymphomaniacs.
Oh my god. Oh jeez.
Oh.
Craig Charles looks good in a suit. He looks like a mafia boss. He looks like a really sick looking motherfucker. I do love the bit where they're still hallucinating back on Starbug. And then they're in the car. That's brilliant. They're just fantasy. They're basically doing what kids do in the playground, make believe. It is great.
You know what I want to know, right? Because there is this complete charm about them doing that. If you go and you watch it,
yeah,
It is this very much, you're in your grandparents' living room and you're all like 5, 6, 7 years old and you've made up a play and you've got all of these like props to play your play out with, and it's all this imaginary stuff.
I remember
Or
those days.
it has that sort of like improv comedy style feel to it as well.
Yeah.
I want to know, did they film it the whole way through in the Starbucks set doing that? Did they film it the whole way through in as much of it as they possibly could in the main set, and which way round they did it? If you know what I mean?
No, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know, but I wonder because it just seems like, again, like they're just having this great amount of fun on that Starbucks set. They're really flexing their chops a bit whenever they're doing the serious one, and they're trying to draw you into their like delusion and their despair. Then whenever you see it on Starbucks, they're having such a fucking laugh.
You know they enjoyed every second of it.
It's just you can imagine what's going on with just a description.
Yeah.
It's like when you're reading a book or an audio play, you can just imagine what's going on around them. It's really good. Really, really good. Yeah, I like the resolution as well. They nearly commit suicide, and Holly comes to the rescue.
Yeah, I do like that. It's great that Holly's the one that saves them and the mood stabilizer and all of that. Although,
Hattie Avery's last appearance, unfortunately, though.
yes, number one, I was going to say it's a real shame that's where she left. But also, you know how Crichton explains how each of them was pushed towards despair by something specific?
Yeah.
The Rimmer one doesn't hold true. Because he already has 3 older brothers who did far better than him.
Yes. It is a plot hole.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it is.
Wait, what was his one described as again? What was his one described as?
Well, Crichton's explaining how the hallucination caused by the despair squid made each of them suicidal. He points out that Rimmer felt he could no longer blame his parents for him being a failure because he now had a rich and important half-brother. Yet, Rimmer already had 3 brothers who were far more successful than him. That is a slight...
I think there's something else there, though. I think there's something missing because I took something else from that, and I wondered why they didn't include it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Rimmer has been playing someone who deep down, if the Better Than Life game, if the Better Than Life thing, and they've been playing Red Dwarf and it's been a game, he's been playing 4 years as someone who very, very deep down utterly believes that he is absolutely fucking worthless. And then holds that around an absolute core, and he's been being that for 4 years and believing that. Then he gets out of that game where he's been that, and yeah, he's completely failed at being that character, but thank fuck he doesn't have to be that person anymore. He can be, oh fuck.
I don't know, it felt like a plot hole to me. I mean, your explanation does make sense, but just sitting and rewatching it again, I was sitting there going, but he's already got brothers that wouldn't necessarily push him to despair, if that makes sense. But if they'd said to him, being an unwashed bum who'd done nothing with his life, push you to despair, that I could have believed.
I think the fact is he's basically hiding despair already.
Mm.
Like at all points, he hasn't got a body, he's just a hologram. No one the fuck likes him. He doesn't even fucking like himself. He thinks he's a complete fucking failure, and the only thing he can do about it is be a complete and utter twat to everybody, and he doesn't seem to be able to stop.
I don't feel like they explained that enough for that to be like
I don't think it's like...
But that's just my personal opinion. And you've got a different takeaway on this one. I think it was just... It made sense for the episode, but didn't take into account the greater story that they created for Rimmer, in my opinion. And we've seen them do that kind of short-term alteration before. So I think it was probably just it worked to the episode, so they went with it. But that's just me. It doesn't take anything away from the brilliance of the episode.
No.
If it did feel kind of light, though, in terms of like explanation, it did feel kind of light. I was like, a bit more out of it. bit more. I was like, yeah, I'll take it, but we'll take it.
Yeah. But it's a great episode. It's highly respected and it's bloody brilliant.
Exactly.
There's not a whole much else you can say. Back to Reality is an exceptional episode. And yeah, that's all you can say, really.
Okay. So, a good way to end the season altogether.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Great end for the season. Great end.
Season 5, I don't think had a single weak episode. The weakest episode for me is actually The Inquisitor, and I laugh my ass off when I see that episode. So.
Yeah. Inquisitor.
It's a near perfect series.
Yeah, the season was solid. Every episode was cracking up.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Really,
if memory serves, the next series had probably just as many like quality. I think seasons 5 and 6 of Red Dwarf were near enough perfection in sitcoms, and still stand up to it now, in my opinion.
Okay.
Back to Reality is really gritty and really well done.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
That's just my opinion. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, for this season was good. So season 6 has got a lot to live up to in my eyes. I got to see this.
Yeah, just kind of done with the bad boys, the variants on the different versions of the boys from the Dwarf. That's been done now. But I know we have to do it one more time in season 6 at the end. So, but yeah, good season though. No stinkers.
No, not at all.
Nah, none.
I might just go and watch season 6 now. Start taking notes. Anyway, it's so we will be back next week with season 6. So I just wanted to say goodbye from me.
Bye from me.
Bye for me.
Well, we could all put our heads together and the bullet could go down the line.
Okay. Right. Yeah, I just got that. Well done. So spread off you smegheads.